I'm Tara, I live in Cairns, and I am swimming an ice mile on the weekend, or maybe an ice kilometre. I'm doing an ice kilometre and then maybe an ice mile. I'm not sure yet. People have asked me why, and I don't have a really good answer just yet. I'm not a pessimist, but I'm not an optimist. Even when I swam the English Channel, I didn't think I was going to make it until I made it. And I'm hoping that's going to be the same with the ice mile. I don't think I can make it. I don't like the cold. I don't like the cold. So, and I've never swum really in cold. I'm getting more confident with the training, but I don't think I'll make it. I'll know that I can make it when I make it. But at this stage, I'm not super. I think I can make it. I'm just not super sure. I think I'm a realist. I think I like to weigh up, all the positives and the negatives, but I also think that thinking positively can sometimes mean that you don't do the work needed. I don't think thinking positively is enough. I think doing the work is also needed. When I signed up to the ice swim, I didn't think I could die, and then I kind of read a few blogs and started to talk to a few people, and people started to get worried. And I don't think you die in the swim, you die after the swim from aftershock. I've got 4 friends who are coming down with me, and we've got everything sorted. So we've got all of the pre-stuff, all of the during, all of the post, everything that we can do, we're doing. But I think the main thing is that I've trained to get there. I kind of broke it down into a few different points. I needed to swim as fast as I can. So I went back to my old swimming pool, Saint Swimming Club, and I started training with 12, 13, 14-year-olds because I think that's who's going to get me quick. So that's getting me to swim quickly. And then swimming in cold, I originally just started having cold showers and then having an ice bath in my bath. And then I saw one of my friends, Pierre, who had a chest freezer. And so I thought, I'm going to do that. And then I did that for a few days and thought I need to get some help. So I got Croft to help me. And he's been helping me with my breathing, which is a few things that he uses, but Wim Hof style, but a few other things to help me get in the bath or in the freezer. And then so I bought a bigger freezer so that I could lay down in the bigger freezer, and that makes life a whole lot more comfortable. And that's about it. Swim fast, get used to the cold, and then hope for the best. Short swim, so 500 meters to qualify for the 1,000 meters. So that will be an ice kilometer. And then if we do an ice kilometer, if I make an ice kilometer, then I qualify for the next day or that afternoon to do an ice mile. So it'll be quite fun. Well, when we think about it, I used to do ice baths when I was working with athletes, and we would set them at about 12 to 15 degrees. And the ice baths I'm doing are anywhere between 0 and 2. And the swim will be hopefully at about 4 or 5. So Wyatt's been looking at lakes and creeks and everything throughout the Thredbo and Kosciuszko area, and we found a reservoir that we're going to swim in, and hopefully it's about 4. That would be kind of perfect. I feel like it's not super duper, well, it's really cold, but it's not 0. So it's cold, but it's not 0. So you can just wear a cap, earplugs, goggles, and a normal pair of togs. And I'm wearing tropical ones. So they make me feel warm. So they tend to say that you're about 30% slower in a mile or in an ice swim than you are in the pool. So I'm hoping that I can get my kilometre done in 17 minutes, hopefully less, and that I can get the mile done in about 20 something, 23, 24, 25, but less than half an hour I think would be ideal.
I was told in the North Atlantic we formed there we've got 3.
Yeah, so interestingly, one of the things that I first learned in my research is that most of the people that die in freezing cold water, it's due to the shock. So that's the cool thing about the ice baths, is getting in at 0 degrees and being able to cope with being there and breathing and relax and being there for 3 minutes. And that's why I don't do it by myself. That's why I have Crawf helping me. Yeah, nobody wants to die in a freezer. If I'm dead, that would be unfortunate. But you've got to die of something, I suppose, and freezing cold. Like, I wonder what they would call it on my death certificate. Probably, yeah, it probably wouldn't be like frozen by ice. But if I die, I'm sorry, Mum. You know, can you look after Ella for me, please? That would be really helpful. Sorry, Ella. I'm sure this is going to cause you a whole bunch of trauma when you're a big girl, when you're an adult. Please don't do anything more crazy like your mother, but don't do anything less crazy. Just like stay in the lane of the crazy Diversis. We're happy with that craziness.
How much closer to feeling so alive are you after the surgery?
Interestingly, after the ice baths, I feel amazing. Like, I feel so much stronger. I feel like I never thought that I would be able to stay in as long as I can. Even like, and it's only been 4 weeks. Like, I've obviously trained really hard. I never thought that I could stay in there for 10 minutes, 16 minutes. So your blood vessels restrict. Like, I still can't feel the fingertips on my hands, so that's unfortunate, but hopefully that comes back soon. My toes and my feet get the coldest. My head gets pretty cold if I put my head under, but I don't put my head under as much as I probably should. And yeah, all of the blood goes into your middle, then back to the outside, into the middle, back to the outside, and then we warm in the middle of that, and I have to do that without anything, like without a towel. And then I go back in sometimes.
The energy is from the oxygen, because your body has to use oxygen to make energy. And then the physical part of it is using your diaphragm as a pump. That's a physical, mechanical pump for your body. Yep. The further it comes out, the more you open up your vascular system, the more it can pump the re-warm blood down, you know, and it's always a cycle. Yep. But then the cycle gets you to a point where you're like, oh, it's starting to not feel like daggers, and then it just feels like pinpricks, and it's like, oh, there's a barrier.
Kate and Shannon and Brendan are supporting me on the day. So these guys, you know, are friends that I trust with my life. And so that's why I asked them to come. So they're making sure that the car's warm. They're making sure that they, you know, have food. They have water bottles. Obviously my background is in sports nutrition, but there's no research about what you eat for cold. The research I've done is around making sure you've got enough carbohydrates in your peripheries. So I'm thinking I'm just going to do, like, even though you wouldn't usually carbohydrate load for a short swim like this, I'm thinking I might, and probably just eat easily digested foods. So foods that are digested really easily and absorbed really easily. I'm Tara, I live in Cairns, and I am swimming an ice mile